Talk KZRG. Here's your KIX 102.5 news update.
Good morning, I'm Ty Albright. Here's what's going on in the 4 states. The city of Joplin working to solve the homelessness issue as Mayor Keenan Cortez says reputable organizations have been dropping off and or sending transients to the city for years.
We're putting our foot down and saying, if you violate this ordinance, we're going to try to hold you to account. You cannot knowingly put somebody in a vehicle and bring them to the streets of Joplin and drop them off and say good luck.
That ordinance passing on first reading Monday night. Our kids deserve to eat, says Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, introducing legislation that would reinstate SNAP benefits immediately, even if the government shutdown continues. Now, the Columbus, Kansas City Hall going to be closed down for the next few days, working on a data loss incident. Officials note that it's not from a hack or any foul play and that no customer info has been stolen. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. Clear skies, lows in the mid-40s tonight. Sunshine, low 70s for Thursday. And the rain returns overnight on Thursday. Going to stick around through Friday as we see highs in the upper 50s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
41 in Ottawa, 37 in Pittsburgh, 41 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
It's time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, and today we're featuring Pittsburgh St. Mary's 5th grade class.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your class group or your kids or whomever to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, you can go to the KIX website, and there's a button there on the main page that you can click on that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 16 minutes away from your chance to get to win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
All you have to do is be caller number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is to win all the cash, $352.50.
Here's Parker McCullum
On KIX 102.5. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday.
If that is a thing. Did you hear when that Kids Pledge played, there was a going the whole way through it?
No.
It was some sort of...
I was just...
So the neat thing about Adobe and its effects reduction, which it's not very high tech, you can highlight just that area, capture it, and then go back into noise. And it will load that, and then you can select the entire file, and it will eliminate that frequency. No more noise. Very cool.
It is cool.
That is very cool.
Is it going to be cold next Thursday night?
We don't know. That's too far out to say.
I mean, looking at Monday night, we're talking low 50s. So
that's better than we've been having.
Yeah, I know. It's 37 in Pittsburgh right now.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be warmer, but who knows? That's more than a week out. Let's talk about the spook tour, though, because things are not looking good at all. So yesterday we had our final conversation with Lisa. Lisa, as you know, had brought like 6 or 7 locations downtown, 6, 7. And we were really, really excited because once again, she had stepped in and saved the day, looked like. And then we also had, remember the Scottish Rite Temple that we had been to before, the Masonic Temple. And we thought, well, we can put that on there. We realized real quick we weren't going to have time to visit all these locations that she was talking about and everything. So Lisa said, I'll get to work securing these 6 or 7 locations.
Right.
And I said, great, I'll contact Scottish Rite Temple to make sure it's okay for us to park there and all of that. So yesterday we talked with Lisa. She had talked within all these locations. One was the Schifferdecker house. Well, we discovered we would not be able to go through that because of the construction state. There is nowhere that we would be able to safely go into.
Same with the Zelikin house, which is another one that we've been looking at.
So they both said we could go on the property and look at them, which you kind of can do driving by,
right?
You know. Then, what was the house right across from the Olivia?
The something burger,
Dunburger or whatever it is building. That one we have secured. The Olivia, she has not been able to get in touch with the owners who she knows to be able to get that. The Olivia building would be really cool to go in. A lot of people have seen it for years and never been able to see inside it. And the lobby has been restored to its original state. You know,
right.
they've restored everything. It's really, really impressive in the lobby, I guess. Then Columbia Traders, which is where the old jail was, that's no longer a thing. They've done away with that, remodeled part of the building. So the other thing was the old drive-through funeral home morgue area, which is now Traders Church.
Right.
And the morgue still exists in that. So we would have been able to go to that. Everything else had fallen through. So we essentially had two stops. Traders Church and that one building across from the Olivia. That's the only two things we had secured. And I'm
Dillinger.
Like, Dillinger House. The Dillinger House. Or
right?
It's not Zellikin.
No, Zellikin was the one that we wouldn't be able to go into.
Yeah, Zellikin we wouldn't be able to go. So I think you're right. So I thought, great, we need to call Scottish Rite Temple and add that on.
Right.
It's still salvageable, even if we only had those two. And then we went and looked at the others and then went Scottish Rite Temple. Not great, but at least it would happen. So we call down to the Scottish Rite Temple. And last time we went there, 4 or 5 years ago, they were so nice. So, hey, we'd love to have you guys. They had
very hospitable
hosts. And a lot of you got to go on that. You remember they took groups up into the balcony area where you got to look down where they have their ceremonies and everything. And, you know, it's always been kind of open to the public and you could rent the place and there's weddings there, parties. Anyway, they would take groups up, turn the lights off for us to show us what it's like in the dark. And it was a lot of fun. And interesting because a lot of people had never got to see inside there.
Right.
So we called yesterday and this lady answers. I use that term loosely. She goes, who is this? And so we told her and I said, who am I speaking with? And she goes, why do you want to know my name?
Just very abrasive from the get-go. Like from the moment she answered the phone.
You had a great term, gatekeepery.
Yes.
Yeah, she was. And she's like, well, we do not allow any kind of ghost tours or anything like that. And I said, that's weird because, 3 or 4 years ago, we were there with a large group and you guys were really, really super nice, super gracious. And she goes, I find that hard to believe. I've been here 22 years and we've never done anything like that. I'm like, oh, well, apparently I'm misremembering then. Maybe it was some other Scottish Rite Temple that was a lot more hospitable. And she said, I'll check in with whoever, she said. I'll check with the boss and get back with you. Well, they called back about 45 minutes later and said they didn't want to have anything at all to do with our spook tour. So I don't know who this woman is or what was up her butt, but she was one of the rudest people I've ever spoken with on the phone.
It was wild. I could not believe the way that she was just... From the moment she answered the phone, there was a wall up.
Yeah,
and
you
gave
could
us
hear
nothing.
she was mad when she picked up
I
the
don't
phone.
know what her issue was, but we
Maybe
just were on the brunt end of that.
Maybe she's mad about menopause. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, downtown Joplin is out. So I thought, okay, fine. We'll start shooting for Southeast Kansas. That was always an alternative, right? And we'd have Bryson. You remember Bryson had told us about the Quapaw Cemetery with the Indian hand, the statue.
The dancing Indian, yeah.
Yeah. So we thought, cool,
Corn and Nova.
we could do the stuff in Baxter Springs, maybe Riverton. And then Lisa had also told us about the Rose House, which is a bed and breakfast there that we could do. They have a museum that's dedicated to the hauntings and stuff that have happened at it. And we're like, okay, cool. We have alternatives.
Right.
Maybe end up at Devil's Promenade or something like that at the end of it all. It sounds exciting, right? So, number one, there is no cemetery in Quapaw that Bryson...
Gotta go.
Yeah, hold on. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. It is 41 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes.
And we're just 10 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
All you have to do is be calling number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is to win all the cash.
$352.50.
Here's Lady A.
On the 4 states, number 1 for cash.
KIX 102.5. So Restream is not black this morning. He says, no, it's out in Commerce. There's just quapaws buried there. Yes, but what we thought you were meaning when you first told us about it was that it was in Quapaw, which would have been convenient enough to travel to. Commerce, unfortunately, it's the Miami Cemetery. So we called Gary Crow to ask him about Devil's Promenade and about if he knew anything about this. He goes, there's no cemetery in Quapaw. He said, and once we told him about the statue and everything, he goes, oh, that's in Miami. That's the Miami Cemetery. There is a Quapaw plot there.
Right.
And, yeah, that's too far away, unfortunately. We need to keep everything close. We're already traveling a great deal to get over into that area, so we need to limit how much we're driving. Bryson, I think this is his first one, and he was just trying to be helpful. And we understand it, Bryson. Maybe that would be something we would eventually get to go to.
Right.
Maybe. So anyway, and then Gary said, unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to go down to the Devil's Promenade that late at night because that's out. The law enforcement have banned people from being there after hours.
Right.
So that's out. So then Lisa calls me back. Rose House has been sold. She cannot contact the owners. We cannot get a hold of anyone.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's looking really desperate right now. Gary Crow, we contacted him. I do not know, Shiala. I don't know. I mean, everything we're trying is falling through. Gary knows someone that owns property in Pitcher.
Which is an actual ghost town.
Yeah. So there is the possibility. We're waiting to hear back from him this morning. We talked with him yesterday. He was going to try to get a hold of the property owner and talk him into letting us come there. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they know something. I don't know where his property is or what it entails. So what could we do other than stand there and look around and go, cool. You know, and to drive 25, 30 minutes to stand somewhere and go, cool. We know that is not a good spook tour.
Right.
So as it stands right now, we have the fort in Baxter Springs, the National Cemetery in Baxter Springs. That is all that we have. Now, yesterday, what's in Diamond, though? Megan? That and do what? I mean, if people have ideas, we want to hear them because we don't know all these stories.
Right.
I found out there's another haunted bed and breakfast. I mean, that has been on Ghost Hunters and everything in Webb City. It's one of the top. Why has this never been told to me before? You know, every year we ask haunted locations in the 4 states, and inevitably people start telling us places in Springfield and Eureka Springs, and this is why we have trouble finding these.
We just went to Carthage 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Sheila.
And we were in Newtonia last year. So here's the thing. I was complaining a little bit in my meeting yesterday, which went very well.
Yeah.
In spite, I thought I was going to be canned yesterday or fired or something, but it went well.
Good.
We'll get to that in a minute, Bryson. I went in and expressed some of my concerns, vented a little bit about this to Chris, my boss, and he said, would your guys be interested in going to a haunted house, to a spook house? And I said, yes, we would. Yes. Could help Jen deliver early, which she's known for. Max McKnown for.
Oh, boy.
So what we had done before, and I told him about, he goes, how did that work when you guys did that with the Manor? And I said, well, we gave them sponsorship of the spook tour in exchange for them opening their spook house to our attendees between this time and this time. Mm-hmm. So we went from 9:30 till 11. Everybody that was there, everybody that showed up with the spook tour. Yeah, we stayed. Well, actually, we stayed till after midnight because they were nice enough. We had about 8 or 10 left at 11 o'clock, and they said, we're going to let them go through. So we stayed for all of them, and then I went through, you know, after it was all over at the very end, and they stayed for every single person. It was so
That's
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. And he said, I might be able to do something with that. Nothing is set yet. Nothing is done. I don't know who he's talking about. It would have to be some place that was close. If that was the case, let's say it was a Joplin spook house. Well, then we could do those couple of places downtown and then go do that. That would be cool. If it's Baxter Springs, though, and the spook house is in Carthage,
Right. I've
That
been
doesn't
way too
work.
much. Right.
So you see, yeah, I know, Bryson. Everything has to facilitate for location, for timeliness. We have to be able to get you home at a decent hour. And right now, I don't know where we're going. The idea was that tomorrow we would have the website up, have maps up, and be able to start promoting this and saying, join us on the Spook Tour as we go to, and we can't right now because confusion, miscommunication, misinformation, things, and just a general lack of willingness to participate by some of your 4-state businesses and property owners and stuff, which, by the way, if you know any of these people, be sure and throw rocks at their house as you go by.
Okay, don't do that. That's
if
not
you
nice.
want to. I mean, you could
8
at least
seconds.
go, hey, what's up with you? You know, if you know them. What is your problem?
Right.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for cash.
Your chance to get to win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound right after Michael Ray.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Well,
That
Megan,
sounds great, Megan.
unfortunately, it costs money.
Let's do that instead of spook houses.
Unfortunately, that would cost money. And, you know, one of the big things with the spook tour is it's always been free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is one bowling alley in Joplin. Would they want to co-sponsor? I don't know that they would. They kind of have partners with some of our competition. So I don't see that happening. Not cocktail bonds, but if you know them, if you know some of the people affiliated with, like, say, Scottish Rite Temple, you might ask them, what is wrong with the person who answers your phone?
We don't even know her name.
Yeah, she
wouldn't
would
even give-
not tell us her name. She's like, why do you want to know my name? I don't know why. And Jen said, well, so we could have a normal conversation. She goes, well, I'm not giving you that.
And we introduced ourselves, and we were like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like we did anything to warrant that response that we got.
Absolutely
From the
not.
moment she answered the phone, she was ready to be.
One of the rudest Karens I've ever
wild.
spoken with, and we'll just refer to her as Karen. But I would be asking, saying, hey, these are nice people. Randy and Jen and Morning Kicks and their audience are always respectful. You did it once before, in spite of what she said.
All right.
I don't see anything that costs money happening, Megan. So, I mean, while it's great to spitball ideas, that's just off the table. We can't do that.
Okay. So I'm guessing she mentioned a guy named Jim, and I'm guessing that would be
Yeah.
James Cole, the Sovereign Grand Commander.
Yeah, and she probably went and talked with him, but I don't know who this woman is.
I was hoping I could find her name.
For one
somewhere.
thing, Masons are all male.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have females. They have wives of Masons, but they do not allow females into their ranks. So, little chauvinist, little sexist for an organization, but most of these men's clubs are. They are still a thing. I don't know how they're still a thing in the 21st century. Do you? I just can't figure it out.
I mean, they do a lot of things for the community.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we're still doing Hardy tickets this morning. We're giving those away at 9:20.
Maybe, Bryson. Who knows?
Morning, Kyle.
So, and we're not seeing Gary. Usually he's on by now, but I don't know. When he comes on, hopefully we'll have some word. Because right now, everything's up in the air. We're right back where we were with, is it going to happen?
I think pitcher could be really cool if we could swing that, though.
If. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country.
We will see sunshine today with a high near 73. It is 41 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 6 minutes.
But right now, let's see if we can give away some cash for the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We have $352.50 up for grabs.
If you can be caller number 5 at 417-623-1025.
And tell us, what is this sound?
Wow. What do you think? What is it?
623-1025. Be caller number 5 and tell us and win all the cash.
For the 4 states number 1 for cash. These short sounds, for me, I think, are way harder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 2, keep trying.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 4, keep trying.
Hi, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
It's the Collins family again.
Hey!
What's your name, though?
The Collins family.
Yeah, I from Uniontown. I want to know what is your name specifically, your personal first name.
My name is JD Collins.
JD, there we go. Collinstown from Collinstown, Collins family. Collins family from Uniontown.
You are caller number 5.
And they have voted amongst themselves and elected JD to be their representative to tell us.
What is this sound?
Is it pulling paper towels off the roll, like breaking the paper towels off the roll?
He says pulling paper towels off a roll.
For $352.50, that is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, JD, making it $377.50.
And give you another chance to guess and win with Brett at 4:20 this afternoon.
All right, thank you. Shout out to St. Mary's Catholic School. Everybody have a good day.
Did you hear him do the national or the
The
pledge
KIX
this morning?
Oh, do you guys want to do the pledge? Sure.
They can do it. Hey, what you need to do is go to the KIX website when you have time. There's a button there that says Kids Pledge. Click on that, and it'll tell you how to record it and upload it to us so it'll sound better in the phone. No, we had the whole class group from the 5th grade at St. Mary's Catholic School on today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they did
You shy?
They did a whole class group.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
It's like, I didn't know I was going to talk to him.
He's like, wait a second. Yeah, Christy, we heard you. We're like, no, caller
Nope.
4 again.
We heard us. Nope, but we knew it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Collins family from Uniontown. Collinstown from Union family.
Morning, Adam.
From Uniontown. You are calling number 5. Let's.
30 seconds.
It is a little weird. And 8 minus 3. He's. Come on. And then I have got to go.
10 seconds.
20 seconds.
Daniel says he'll still bring the snacks.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll figure something out. I truly believe that. 3 seconds.
we usually go through this
Here we
about
go.
every other year. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Collins family from Uniontown.
You are caller number 5.
And they have voted amongst themselves and elected JD to be their representative to tell us.
What is this sound?
Is it pulling paper towels off the roll, like breaking the paper towels off the roll?
He says pulling paper towels off a roll.
For $352.50, that is not it.
Dang it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, JD, making it $377.50.
And give you another chance to guess and win with Brett at 4:20 this afternoon.
All right, thank you. Shout out to St. Mary's Catholic School. Everybody have a good day.
Thank you for letting us know, Christy. I've just turned that on, so now it'll work.
What was not working?
The texting tickets was never turned on this morning.
I did.
I just checked and it was not going.
I started it. First thing when I got here, it was the very first thing I did. In fact,
It's not showing up on the list at the bottom that it was ever on.
right here. I have it right open to the contest, and you can see right where I clicked it. Yeah, it's just now started. I don't know what
That's 'cause
happened,
yeah.
but I did it. Stupid.
You were close, Adam. Just a couple off. My great uncle sells his property in Cardin, but there's nothing there. Everything has been demolished. They've removed most of the chat piles around his areas. There's not much there, and I'm not sure he'd even be on board with it because of the live bill. Yeah, and I get that. I get that a lot of people don't want to, because it is a crowd of people. I mean, we typically have a couple hundred folks who come out and do this, and that's awesome. But I know that can make folks a little bit uncomfortable because, I mean, that's a lot of people to be responsible for on your property. And you don't want anything to happen to your property. Like, I totally get that. And I know it's one thing to hear us say that, you know, the KIX fam, we are always respectful of where we go, the space and the stories there. But I get that there's still some things happen, you know, I get that. So I don't know. We'll see. I still believe we'll figure it out. Whether it's going to pitcher, whether it's pivoting again, we'll figure something out. I feel like this has been pretty par for the course every year since I've been a part of Spook Tour. There's this little bit of kind of stretch and pull and trying to make it work right before we go. And then it always works, you know? Who turned the AC on outside? Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's 41 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh. I have got to bring one of my plants inside. It looks full on dead. I took it off the little hanger and I watered it last night. Maybe next year start planting in July. Not a bad idea, Jimmy. So even if we don't have anything super definitive right now, I think we'll figure it out. We always do.
Hope so.
Daniel says he wore short. You wore shorts today?
You weirdo.
I mean, I've got cropped pants on, so I kind of get it.
I think they're kind of cramped.
Yeah. It's the baby belly.
So yesterday, Rockin' W for my birthday brought me barbecue ribs.
Was it really? It was not for your birthday. Was it for your birthday?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Was it?
Yesterday was my birthday, and they brought ribs. And then he came over to my desk and said, "Hey, look what we've got for you." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "For my birthday." So
that's why it says "Thank you, Zimmer" on the lid of everything.
He spells weird. So anyway, yeah, I ate about 10 of those because they were there, and I think, yeah, they're probably not good. They're probably not what you consider lean meat for diet purposes and fat.
But they sure do taste good.
Yeah. At the time I was eating them, I'm thinking, zero fat, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, they were a lot of lean meat in them, but they're pork ribs. So,
right.
Yeah, it's not what it's supposed to be eating.
How's all that going with you? Are you still doing the dose?
No.
No?
I did my full, what was it?
It was like a month-long?
Month-long deal of dose. And
is it not something that you stay on?
You can.
Could you tell a difference when you were on it and not?
Not really, and I didn't go get my levels tested again. I just wanted to do something to try to do some correctiveness,
Sure.
Changing diet's the number one thing, of course. Fatty retention around the liver is what causes those elevated levels. And so that's caused by fat and cholesterol consumption, which I've made a big effort in trying to regulate and control.
Is cholesterol genetic, though? I thought that was one of the ones that could be genetic.
Retention. Cholesterol is part of the food that you consume.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but some folks are more prone to
retain it.
Cholesterol
are
levels,
more likely
right?
to retain cholesterol. Their body does not process it as well as other people's do. I feel like mine always has, and so I've abused it.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Morning, Dorinda.
I'm sure, we've eliminated fat and cholesterol completely from our diets. We read labels now just religiously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made a difference weight-wise right off the bat. 10, 15 pounds just real
right.
quick.
Dorinda says, what about a costume party? It's always kind of a costume party. Like, we always encourage you guys to come in costume.
Everybody comes in costume anyway. And do what? And the thing is, we have a whole bunch of locations we could go to. Unfortunately, they're not centrally located within an area. The hard thing is finding places that we could go within an area to facilitate driving. The big problem, and I'll guarantee you, I've been doing this for over 15 years. I know what would happen if we, say, chose a place in Baxter Springs and one in Joplin and one in Galena or something. By stop number 3, there would be 10 people left.
Right.
That's it. That's what'll happen because people get tired of it. They'll go out thinking, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I guarantee you, 80% of the people who show up that night will have no clue what's happening. No idea what's happening. So while we are on top of it, we are prepared for it, most of them would not. So we would leave here, we'd get to our first stop, and then head to the second one. And by that second one, everybody be gone. And be like, oh, well, and without a big crowd makes it fun, and the locations makes it fun. So to make these successful, we've had bad ones and we've had good ones. We know what makes good ones. We know what makes the bad ones. And unfortunately, everything is trying to shape it up to be a bad one.
Except for our will and grit and determination for it to be great.
That first year you were here was a horrible one. It rained and poured, and we started at Carl Junction and ended up at the Spook Lights. And,
We've never been to Carl since I've been here.
You didn't come. You just couldn't go. You were sick or something.
I've never missed a spook tour.
Okay.
My first spook tour, we did Reddings Mill. And we did the bridge in Saginaw.
Was the year after that. I'll have to go back and look at it, but and I think I can. When did you start work here? What year?
22, 21?
I thought so. We did Carl Junction. We did somewhere in Joplin. I can't remember. There were only 3 stops that year. And it poured rain the entire time. It was freezing cold. We did Carl Junction. We did Raiders Farm. And I'm not sure where we went after that. Maybe it's 4 locations because we ended up at the Spook Lights the second year that we had done the guy's property down on State Line Road that he would let us go onto his property. And we froze to death that night. Dorinda was there. I think Megan was there. I'm not sure. Do you guys remember that? And there was no co-host with me. None whatsoever. Haunted Spook Tour, does it say? Of course not. In 2022. You were there in 2022, so maybe it's...
Yeah.
It wasn't 2021, though, because I don't think we did.
I wasn't here in 2021, so yeah, it would have been 2022 was my first year.
Maybe my wife will remember, or Dorinda or somebody will remember what the deal was. But it was a last-minute thing, I remember.
Yeah.
So I think the point is it was a bad year, not
right.
who was there, who wasn't there, or
right.
when it happened. So that's the point I'm trying to make. And for some reason, we don't put our locations down.
I can't even find the 2022 Spook Tour pictures.
No, we didn't do any pictures that year. It was bad, guys. I mean, it was pouring down rain. It was cold, miserable. My wife, in fact, when we got to the state line to the the Spook Lights, she stayed in the truck. I walked with the group of people that we had, of which there was about 10 or 15. And we walked down and hung out for about half an hour watching for the Spook Lights, which we did not see.
Yeah, here's Spook Tour 2022. Here's a picture right here.
Of what?
Of us when we all went to the really cool tunnel before Saginaw Cemetery.
Yeah. So it must have been 2021.
That was a great crowd.
See, that's just 3 years ago, so I feel like it's too soon to go back to those places.
Yeah, I think it is too.
We usually like to have about 4 years between.
Yeah, we've never done a party bus since I've been here, but I've heard that was super fun.
Yeah. Yes and no. It was a huge hassle to organize, put together. It never raised very much money. About $150, is what we would get for St. Jude. They would bid on the seats. And it...
Hold on, Seg. Very short.
KIX 102.5.
The 4 states #1 for country.
It was also very hard to park and for them to get in and out.
Jimmy says the year me and Randy seen something in the wood was Jen's first year on the. Yeah, that was. You guys heard like a a skinwalker or something, right?
It was the second year.
And that's freaked out Beans ever since hearing that story.
Second year that we had been down there. So, yeah, you're right. It was 2021. And maybe COVID might have played something into that, is maybe why the numbers were down too. But I really believe it was the weather. We showed up here at the station and we're like, and the thing was, we had a pretty good sized number here at the radio station when we started. I mean, it's like over 100 people here.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what happened to them. So we got to the first location and there was about 30. We got to the second location, there was about 20. And we got to the next one, it's about 15.
Yeah.
And that's not the only time that's happened. We've had others where that time that we tried to find the witch's grave in Riverton, everybody just disappeared. By the time we got to the witch's grave, there was about, 12 people left. So it's very easy if you don't plan this out well and make it very easy for people to follow along with and travel onto, then it's going to flop. It's going to fail. And what's the point? So we try to make this to where it's very conducive for travel, for time, for location. All of those things have to work together. Which tomorrow we're going to talk about haunted spook tour ideas on the show. And the goal was to be able to reveal where we would be going. I don't know if that'll happen or not.
Hopefully we hear from Gary Crow soon.
Yeah.
40 seconds. This weather's all Jen's fault. I have frostbite and hypothermia.
It is.
You're welcome for the weather. Maybe don't be like Daniel and wear shorts. Get some thermals on or something.
These women could regulate their body temperature.
I'm pregnant. Okay.
Well, maybe don't get so pregnant next time.
Man. All right, 16 seconds.
I love Kyle's
right
all-seeing eye, right? KIX 102.5, the four states number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, a high near 73. It is 41 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and four states news in just 25 minutes.
And we're getting you signed up to win concert tickets to go see Hardy at the Walmart Amp on June 4th next year.
All you have to do to get signed up to win is text the word tickets to 623-1025.
And we're going to find out who that winner is at 9:20.
Plus, next hour, we're going to be talking about your biggest animal fear.
Oh, okay. Randy, what is your biggest animal fear? I think I know.
I fear nothing. I fear no animal.
What about penguins?
Okay, shut up.
What is it about penguins that are so scary? I don't get it.
Because they are not normal. It is not a penguin. There's everything wrong with penguins. When you begin to study into penguins, you begin to realize how misaligned with reality they are.
They're adorable. They look like they're wearing tuxes. They waddle everywhere.
Weird, and weird.
Their little babies are fluffy and they sit on their feet.
Weird. And it's the male who raises the egg and hatches it and all that stuff. They live at the South Pole. They're plotting our overthrow and destruction. Penguins are weird. Have you ever seen a cuddly look from a penguin? No, because they sit there with their heads down glaring at you.
So what is your animal fear?
That's not a fear. It's an awareness. Okay, let's call it awareness. I have an animal awareness. Wait, is there one? No.
623-1025 to call or text. You can also tell us on Facebook.
What's your animal fear? Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hey, baby. I'd like to make my guess. I think that was, I don't know. I could use that, buddy. It's your mama, baby. Hi.
Yeah, it's my mama. Hi, Mama. What are you talking about? What are you wanting?
I thought I heard the secret sound.
Mama, you understand. You can't play the secret sound, right?
Why can't I play? I need that money, Rick. I'll kick you back. So
wait a minute, Mama. You can't play. You're ineligible.
Why?
You're a member of my family.
Oh, you're adopted. I'll tell them you're adopted, baby.
No. It's not going to work, Mama.
I can give that little girl some.
Mama, do you understand the concept? You're on the radio right now. Everyone can hear you.
What? Really? Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. Can you just tell me what it is, and I'll have your cousin call in?
No, Mama, I can't tell you what the secret sound is.
You tell Mama right now what that sound is. I'll come over and spank your butt.
Mama, No, listen.
I get the bell now, oh, you baby.
I've got to go, Mama.
But I need that money. But hold
Mama, come on. I can't. No, I've got to go, okay?
I love you, Larry.
Oh, it's Randy.
Thanks for nothing.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
8 times just
Eight
this
times.
morning.
Sarah says, Greg, you're as dramatic as Randy.
That's not dramatic. It's
Yes, he is.
normal.
I agree.
Have you run the heat at your house?
No. Why would we?
Because it's cold.
'Cause it's not that cold.
41 degrees, Jen. That is not a normal temperature
My
for
house is
functioning
well
humans.
insulated. It doesn't need the heat turned on right now.
It doesn't matter if it's well insulated or not. You open the door, warm air goes out, cold air goes in. Air cools. So,
Put
look
on a
at her.
sweater.
Her poor kids are probably home right now and can't feel their fingertips because of her
Kids are
temperature
fine.
imbalance.
Nah.
Wow.
Bye, Sorara. Have a great day. Okay. Christy says snakes are her biggest animal fear. You know what animal really freaks me out? And I feel bad saying this because it's not its fault.
Koala bears.
No, the anglerfish. And I know that's like
yeah.
irrational because I'm never going to have anything to do with an anglerfish in my life.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
But
You'd
really,
be surprised.
really
We had a
freak
house
me
one
out.
time that they had gotten in there and infested them.
That's not true.
Yes. We had to get exterminators to come in and get rid of all the anglerfish. Anglerfish, I mean.
Said for one.
All the anglerfish in the basement. They'd get in there and set up nests.
Was it flooding in your basement often or what was going on?
No, there was no flooding.
Did you have no light in your
No,
basement?
they had nests. They put nests up in the floor joists.
That's not what an anglerfish is.
No, they do. The anglerfish
really
does
don't.
that. That is their natural habitat.
Have you looked at their mouths?
Yes,
though?
they're
golly.
terrifying. The ones that have the little lantern that hangs over, yeah.
Yes.
Anglerfish in your basement. They get into your crawl space.
And I feel bad because it's just that's just how it looks.
Nobody should have to
And I don't
live.
want to judge it, but
Oh, it's judged. There's a reason Mother Nature does these things. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have you never heard the reasoning behind the coloration on the South American tree frogs?
so that you know to leave it alone.
The poison level is directly correlative to the brighter colors.
Mm-hmm.
The brighter the color, the bigger the warning sign. This is Mother Nature's way of trying to overcome your stupidity and protect you.
Greg says Candace turned ours on 2 days ago.
Yep, you better believe it.
Morning, kiddos. Have a great
I've
morning.
had mine
Have a
on,
great
had
day.
the heat on the way to work.
Yeah,
we
Megan
have-
doesn't have her heaters on yet either.
Well, you guys are what you call frigid. We have timers that go on at 4 a.m. that, change the thermostat over and warm the house up for us so that when we get up, it's comfortable. Because, hey, why punish yourself?
What do you have your heater set at?
None of your business.
What's it set at? I'm curious.
It's set at a nice level for my home.
68?
68. It's the equivalent of 68 in most houses, yes.
What's that? That doesn't even mean it's 69, 70?
Yeah, 6-7. It's like a 6-7.
Do you have the heater set at 71?
No, it's set at 77. But that is because
What?
it's inaccurate. The thermostat is inaccurate. It misreads by about 6 or 7 degrees. It is not actually 77.
So it's like 70.
Yeah, be more like that.
70, 71.
Yeah, it feels about like
That's crazy.
70 or 72 is what it normally feels like in the house.
Shiala says 68.
It's what I call insulated people. Temperatures are 65, 68.
Maybe you need to get some blood work done. Figure out where you're deficient at.
I don't know. I think that, it's
78.
I had a buddy over yesterday, and he was asking about the fireplace, and I was like, I really need to turn the gas on for that thing and get it going so that'd be nice to have especially on, Saturday morning when you get up and you want to lay there with a blanket with the fire going and eat breakfast, and yeah, it's nice.
I wouldn't know.
Uh-huh. Well, whose fault is
Not
that,
better.
Jen?
Yeah.
I really, really need to get to work on the rest of my winterization. Not got this done yet. I have the pool pump to do, the filter to winterize. We've got the concrete blocks and we've laid them around the pool, but we've not tied them to the cover yet. And the furniture, the wicker furniture needs all put up. The cover put on the picnic table, the umbrellas put up, all that stuff. Once I do, though, part of the reason I've been putting it off is once I do that in the shed, there's no getting into the shed again.
Yeah.
Because we pack it like a musician stealing equipment.
It's Tetris.
Floor to ceiling, wall to wall, and you can't get to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I realized I need to mow one more time. And I thought, great, I'll do it this weekend. Nope, it's going to rain.
Yep.
I didn't last week because it rained. I've been waiting for it to get cooler. So now at this point, I just feel like Mother Nature is kind of laughing at me.
Do we have a story to go with our next thing?
No. That kind of thing.
Kathy says the temp in her house is sitting at 66 and they're not turning the heat on yet. Here, let's look. I can look at the thermostat right now and I'll tell you what my house is at. It is also 66 in my house, right there.
Looks like it's 74.
74 is where the AC will kick on when it hits 74. Golly gee.
Same, 70. So what it does is I set my cool and my heat, and it regulates between those. So I'm set at 74. The temperature currently is 74.
Mm-hmm. See, 74 is the temperature when our AC kicks on.
Looks like the dining room door is open.
Jimmy turned on the space heater to take the chill out of the air. Got to knock the cool out.
And those are way more expensive than your furnace. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Yeah, are y'all still doing the animal thing?
Yeah, what animal are you afraid of?
What animal is a scary one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What animal are you afraid of?
I am afraid of birds.
Birds. Yes. So is my daughter. My youngest daughter is terrified of flocks of birds.
So wait, what is it about birds that freak you out?
Well, my granny had a cockatiel,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing would chase me into the bathroom, and Granny would say, "Get out of that bathroom." And I'd say, "Not till you put that bird away." That thing just chased me everywhere.
They're very, you realize they're descendants of dinosaurs, so they're very Jurassic. Yeah. I get that. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
My daughter is afraid, and she would say it's not fear, it's just freak outedness, which is fear, of flocks of birds, not individual birds. She's fine with holding a pet bird or something like that, but flocks of birds that do their move things, she is freaked out when she sees them doing their migration patterns, and when they, she's like, how is that happening? Why is that? Why are they doing like that? And you see starlings, when there's like 1,000 of them moving and it looks like this big mass thing moving. Freaks her out.
Mm-hmm. They kind of seem hive-mindy when they're doing that. It's like, how do they all know to move at the exact same time?
And you're like, well, it's because they're only paying attention to the wing on their right. Whatever.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
You don't know, Billy.
Bryson says he uses wood heat.
Which, by the way, having experienced all of the heats, including friction, which is the funnest, but the wood heat is the warmest. It is by far and above. 72 with wood heat will run you out of the house. I cannot handle 70 or 68 degrees with wood heat.
Why is it so different? Hold on, we got to go.
I don't know. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we've got to look at the weather forecast along with 4 states news in about 11 minutes. Also, we're getting you signed up to win those Hardy tickets.
Yeah, all you got to do to enter to win to go see him at the Walmart Amp next June is text the word tickets to 417-623-1025.
We're going to be announcing the winner at 9:20 this morning. But in the next hour, we're going to be talking about your biggest animal fear.
What is the animal that you are afraid of?
Grizzly bears.
I think that's rational. I mean, I would be afraid of a grizzly bear, too.
Yeah, so no, mine is, I guess I will admit to the penguin thing. You know what the scariest animal to me?
What?
A cat in a Halloween costume.
They look so mad.
They do. Well, and understandably they are. They are plotting your death and how they're going to consume your body after you die.
Which cats do, because they're freaky like that. But
Yeah.
the way a cat looks at you when they're put in a costume is you can literally see them planning your death. They're like, this is how I'm going to kill you.
This is me dependent on food from you. Otherwise, I would not be here. I am better than you.
You stupid human.
Yeah, the whole cat-human relationship is weird anyway. Don't do that. Don't put your cats into a costume. It's a sad situation that they cannot defend themselves through. Don't you think it's just a little mean to dress up more than just your dog on Halloween? You did your kitty up like a taco supreme. Your guinea pig is a lima bean. You spent a whole month with your parrot to make him moo. Your hamster's a master of kung fu. And your snake is a necktie too. Now your cat's in a costume and he's hating you. Isn't that cute? He feels like a buffoon. Why'd you dress your cat up like a drag queen? That's more than a little mean. Man, you're way too into Halloween.
It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen on the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I have never been chased by a rooster or a chicken, but my sister was chased by a goose and bitten by one.
Yeah, they're very territorial. But I used to get flogged by a rooster every day when I would go out to get the eggs in the evening. That was part of my chores when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And we had this Puerto Rican, it came from a breed that they use for fighting in Puerto Rico. And he was aggressive and would run at me and they'd jump up and rake their spurs. So they have a dew claw that comes out of the back of their leg that actually points upward. And they jump up and rake that down and would scrape bloody marks on my leg and would peck me at the same time. And me, being 5 or 6 years old, would just stand there and scream, and that seems to be at that age group. Candace would do the same thing with mosquitoes. She would just stand there and scream. Until finally, after months of this, a whole summer of this, my mother went out and chopped his head off with a chopping axe. So
that's kind of like Megan's story. She said she had a mean one that chased her around the bus stop one morning.
Yep.
She came home, Grandpa made fried chicken for dinner and said, we will not have another morning like that. She was terrified.
She complained that was the toughest chicken. And there wasn't much meat on his bones. He was a little bitty thing. And they just had him there because the reason you keep a rooster, and this is weird too. So chickens will produce eggs without a rooster.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah, they will produce eggs, but they produce more eggs when there is a rooster around. Plus, if you're going to hatch the eggs, you have to have a rooster. If you're going to have chicks, they have to be fertilized, in other words. And it was so weird when the rooster would mate with the chickens because it looks like some sort of aggressive hairdressing. He grabs hold of the back of their head, and then there's a lot of feather flapping and stuff. It's just a really weird thing. You're like, what's happening over there?
Take your word for it.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. Well, I'm sure we can find video.
That's cat.
I hate chickens. Yeah, little banty roosters. Bryson's talking. They have big man syndrome. Yeah, they think they're huge. So I had my first wife. Her family had chickens. and they had a very aggressive rooster. So years later, I thought, and part of me, I went out to clean out their chicken coop and everything one day, and they had warned me, said, if he comes at you, you're going to have to hit him with a stick or something, beat him up. He's very aggressive. And in the back of my mind is that little 5-year-old kid going, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
But when he came running at me, he went over the fence.
Oh, gosh.
I kicked him. I just lined up, was ready. It was almost like a field goal. Boom. And he went up and over. He didn't walk the same after that ever again.
Well, I bet not.
Yeah, but he never ran at me ever again. Hate him. That was the most wonderful feeling, that connection of just poof. It was perfect. And I heard a and he went flying.
I used to have an advisor in college who had chickens, and she called her little homestead the Perky Yolks Farm.
Perky Yolks?
Perky Yolks Farm.
I don't think I want an explanation. Yeah, I don't know.
So she lived in the middle of the city, and she had a whole boatload of chickens, and if you wanted some eggs, she'd load you up one of the little crates, and
that's what I did. I would usually get about 24 eggs a day, 18 to 24 eggs a day, because I could do I forget how many dozen. I could get about 6 or 7 dozen in addition to what we ate a week, and would sell all those. And I think I got a quarter for a dozen eggs. A quarter.
One whole quarter. I thought it was funny too, Bryson.
Yeah, that's a little weird. So I had a new scam we were exposed to yesterday.
What happened?
And I almost fell for it, I got to admit. So right now, the 4 states is being inundated. How is this legal? I don't know. Okay. Whoever that was.
You just knocked off camera 3.
Camera 3 is gone now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a mailer from vacationsomething.com. A mailer, and I looked it up. So, and of course it's not in here now. Anyway, there's this company, they send out a mailer, and on the front it says, participate in this Zoom call and you will win one of 3 vacation, either a 3, 5, or 7-day cruise aboard the cruise line of your choice with airfare. And you flip it over, and there's a picture of a Carnival cruise ship, a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, and they have the logos down below each one.
Right.
It shows them all in a port. And I thought, for doing a Zoom call, it says this is not a timeshare or real estate presentation.
That's what it sounds like so far, but
yeah, it does. And I thought, and I have done the timeshare things before and experienced some pretty impressive vacations as a result of those without having to pay anything. The time we went to Disney World, everything was paid for by a timeshare company, and we had to go do one of those high pressure sales presentations.
How long was it?
It was long. It's supposed to have been an hour, but it ended up being 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
They take you on a tour of the properties and everything. We did that one time. We went to St. Petersburg, Florida, completely paid for by those. We've done one in Branson, completely paid for by those. If you're going to do one, you need to establish, number one, that you are resolved, that you are not going, and you need someone there, a spouse or a family member who's going to hold you to that.
Right.
Because they're going to go for one of you, and the other one needs to help them maintain your integrity of saying no. And then, if you're going to do it for a big vacation. They will give the big vacation. Go to Rome or go to Mexico or something. They will pay for those. Don't settle for Branson. If you're going to do a timeshare thing, do Disney World. Do one of the bucket list vacations that you've always
Do they still do that? I haven't even heard of any of
yes.
those timeshare presentations in forever.
So this one is the one that we did, and the idiots did us. We did them 3 times with this one company. before they finally put us on there. The last time that, and we were approached by them. We didn't approach them. If you're at Tangier Outlet Mall, they have an office set up for this company. And they'd stop us on the sidewalk. So just for giggles, we let them put our name in and everything. They said, oh, you're on our, it shows here that you have done 3 of these. You're no longer eligible for it. And, they wouldn't talk to us anymore. Fine. But this company owns hotels all across the United States, all across the world. And what they do is they sell timeshares. And part of their hotel is resident stay. In other words, someone can walk up and get a room and stay there overnight. But 2/3 of the hotel is condominiums that they use as timeshares.
Okay.
And they support their off seasons and stuff with those overnight stays. But their big money maker for the company is those timeshare condominiums. And big hotels, that Don Cesar Hotel that is in St. Petersburg, Florida. I've shown you before, the big pink one, salmon colored one. It's owned by this company. So they have these all over. They can send you to any of them. And I thought this would be a deal like that just with cruise ships, right? And I thought, hey, if it's a different company, while we're paying off all these home improvement things that we've done, that could be a way that we can facilitate a vacation.
Right.
So I began to look at it, and then I thought, okay, if it's not a timeshare like they're insisting, if it's not a real estate thing, what is it? And you know the rule. If it's too good to be true, if it sounds too good to be true,
then it is.
Yes. So I went on and looked up down in the very, very fine print. They have their website, vacationsystems.com. That's the name of it. And I went and looked that up with Better Business Bureau. It is a scam. So what they do is they set up a Zoom call. They do not try to sell you on anything. They just say, all you have to do is pay for the taxes and fees. And you pay for those up front. They say free airfare, free accommodation, free food. The entire thing is all inclusive and it's all paid for. All you have to do is pay the taxes and the fees, which comes to about $1,000, $1,500. You pay for that up front. They give you a date of departure. You show up at the airport and your name's not anywhere. There is no ship taking off from that port. You're not on any list, travel air, anything. And when you try to contact them. Yeah. And there are a lot of people. This is one of the number one scams that the Better Business Bureau is reporting on right now. How is this legal?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Why? There is a company out there, not some guy in his garage. There's a company doing these. These mailers are not cheap to be sent out through the Postal Service.
Well, I'm sure they're scamming a boatload of people if they're getting paid $1,000 up front.
The big card mailers that are this big, glossy and everything.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. Clear skies, lows in the mid-40s tonight. Sunshine, low 70s for Thursday. Rain overnight Thursday into Friday as we see highs in the upper 50s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar's not showing anything over the 4 states.
41 in Monette, 37 in Pittsburgh, 41 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So as we're getting ready for Halloween, we're talking about your biggest animal fear today.
Which animal is the most scary to you?
623-1025 to tell us which one it is for you.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Here's Jason Aldean.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Because I like to think that I'm pretty sharp on stuff like this. I'm pretty aware. And it actually captured my attention for a few minutes. And I thought, hey, this would be great. Luckily, I've got enough sense to go check into something beforehand. But I could see so easily how someone would fall for this. It doesn't look like your normal scams, which are over the phone or through the internet, right? This one comes in the mail, so it looks very legitimate. There's something you can hold in your hand. There's pictures of boats on it. It's got a logo and everything. And there are a lot of timeshare companies and things like that that do these presentations on Zoom or at a hotel in your community. So it looks halfway reputable. It is not.
I don't understand how people in good conscience can be a part of something like this.
People are soulless. They have no souls. It's me getting mine, and I have a right to get mine, and it's my world. You're lucky to be in it. You are here for me to use. psychopaths. And to me, I mean, there are people that think they're going to be getting an opportunic vacation that they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford, you know, and they scrape together that $1,000 or $1,500 that they could use for bills or medical expenses or whatever they might need that for, and they lose all that money. And there's even been reports, now I don't know if this is the company or not, but another one that I saw on Reddit that was associated when I looked this up, I also looked it up on Reddit. And there were people who had used their credit card to pay that tax fee with.
Yeah.
Only to have their bank account wiped out.
Oh, no.
So they've gained access to their account information. However, I don't know how that worked or how they did that, but there was something that they did that allowed them to gain access to their
Why be like that?
banking information. One lady said she had lost all of her retirement, almost $500,000, had been wiped out, and there were a number of horror stories in there. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. Things that come in the mail that look too good to be true. And here's the sad thing. We're all looking for that lottery win, that big prize thing. But if it's too good to be true, it is.
Yeah.
There are no free lunches unless we take you to them. And we're not going to. So, you know, or if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
I'll take a free lunch. That sounds nice.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If it was fat-free. But even, I mean, I got to admit, for like 5 minutes there, I fell for it.
Yeah. Would have been nice if it was real.
Yeah, it was very believable until I got to checking into, and it was very hard to find the name of the company. There were logos with no names on them, you know, and stuff, and it looked very legitimate. I wish I'd kept it and brought it in and showed you. I had to really dig down into the fine print. Actually, I had to get out my magnifier to be able to read it. And it's not because I'm blind. It was that tiny.
Christy said Chad's mom had her bank account wiped out last year. It was a mess.
How did that happen?
Was she able to get all of her money back, her assets back?
How did they get it? I mean, assuming they misrepresented who they were and she gave them access, or what? You've got to be so careful. But the amazing thing to me is not that there are people that will do this. Of course there are. We're an immoral society with no moral foundation point or guideline. You know, we are, if we think it's okay, then it's okay, right? But what's amazing to me is that legally, this place is operating.
I don't understand how they're allowed to do that.
How is that happening? How is the law allowing this company? And I'm sure they are set up as some sort of shell corporation where they've got this on the front and they're doing this on the back end. But how can this continue?
I don't get it.
How is someone not investigating, finding these people and shutting them down?
Unbelievable, but scammers can and will do.
Yeah.
Morning, Kenda. Got 50 seconds. It was a scam and the bank had to do all kinds of stuff to get some money back, but she lost some also. Wow. What a shame. She didn't even get it all back.
Megan says woolly worms give her the heebie-jeebies. I get that, Megan. Totally.
The final round of the 4 states' favorite dog breed bracket challenge is happening now. You have through Sunday to vote for your favorite.
Right, Bryson? They do that. My wife works for Arvest, and it's constant with stuff like that. Now, she's in the loan department and everything, but so she doesn't have a lot of interaction with customers on that basis. But it's always a thing.
Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 808.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 20 minutes, tell you about the chance of rain for this weekend.
But we're talking about your animal fear.
What animal are you unreasonably afraid of?
623-1025 to call or text.
And I mean, snakes and all that, yeah, we totally get that, but we're looking for the ones that are afraid of puppies.
Okay, so and I know this is irrational on my part, but anglerfish. I am terrified of anglerfish.
I get it. They look like death.
But when am I ever going to have anything to do with an anglerfish?
If they get into your crawl space, it could be a bad situation.
That's not a thing they do.
Yes.
623-1025 to call or text.
My mom had them in the floor joist. They were setting up nests in there.
Were they? They don't even nest.
They did. They did nest with babies everywhere, and it took forever to get them out of her house.
You can give us a call or text or tell us on Facebook. Here's Jelly Roll.
On KIX 102.5. You do not want to let anglerfish get into your foundations.
They can't get into your
It costs
foundation.
a fortune to get rid of them. My mom in her latter years, that implies that she had a whole bunch of ladders around in those years. We had to watch her finances like crazy. She was suffering from early onset dementia, for one thing. Mm-hmm. She had like an insurance settlement that gave her a check, and she had these scam roofers that would come wanting to work on her house and offering her, she goes, I'll be able to keep half the money from this because they're only going to charge me. One company said they would only charge her $1,000 to put on a new roof. Her roof's
no way
bigger than mine.
No way.
On this house. And I'm like, Ma, that's not real. No one's going to do that. Well, that's what they said. And then she lost the check, the insurance check.
Oh,
it was the whole deal. Yeah.
Bryson says, I was an FSR and dealt with it constantly. Not only that, but it's crazy how greedy some family members were, and they drained their parents or grandparents' accounts.
Yeah. Have you ever seen what happens to an anglerfish when they bring them up?
They explode, don't they?
They implode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pressures.
You're right. They explode because there's no pressure holding them together. So it turns into this horrible thing. The one weird face fish picture is, and if you've seen it before, it's a very common photo on the internet. It looks like a human face on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an anglerfish. And that's what happened. That's not what happens to every single one of them, but it happened to that one, and they took a picture, and it became famous.
Yeah, there was the one that traveled all the miles to see the light. That's true.
Yeah, means nothing.
There's that one.
They have their own light. It's a little dangler.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Chris.
All of the things at that depth are horror shows.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything down that deep in the ocean is a nightmare.
But they're actually very small. They look like they're big, but they're small anglerfish.
I know there's no point of reference on any of the photos of anglerfish. You think they're like this, but they're like little bitty things, like about the size of a perch. Piranha used to terrify me.
Oh,
I remember there was a movie in the late 70s, early 80s that was a big craze, a horror movie about piranha, and I saw the trailers for that, and just the water churning and blood coming out, person screaming. I was terrified to get into a river that whole summer, that whole year, because I thought the piranha were going to get me.
Just like we talk about with like quicksand and stuff like that, piranhas was another one I thought I'd really have to deal with a lot more in my life.
I thought there was going to be piranha everywhere. I never forget the first documentary I saw with a guy swimming. He was in the water with piranha swimming around him and stuff. And he was, talking about him, and they were pulling him up with scoop nets. And I'm like, he's going to die. They're going to eat it down to the bone.
Do you know what you're doing? And they take a long time to actually eat something.
Well, and now I did see a video of a dog getting eaten, and it only took a few minutes. But,
really?
Yeah, when there was a big school and they did their swarm foam the water thing. But there has to be blood to activate them first. They have to go into a feeding frenzy, much like a shark does, and that is only spurned by blood. And they can detect blood from like a mile away.
There's a guy on, I think it's TikTok, who will get bones from the butcher that still have meat and stuff on it, and he'll put it in the tank, and he'll kind of elapse how long it takes for his piranhas to.
Does he have a lot of them?
Oh yeah, he's got a whole tank full.
And it takes a while.
Guys. Yep.
They will eventually take it down to the bone, but
Yes.
it takes a while. But, we all heard about the cows that would wander in and would be killed and
Right, yeah.
stripped down to the bone and stuff. And that's not really that much of a thing. I mean, not impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leeches are another one.
Now, leeches are a thing.
Leeches gross me out.
Yeah, they are a thing. You go swimming in August in still water and in water that has over shady areas, that has mud on the bottom and stuff, you're going to get leeches. I've never had a leech, but.
Well, when Kyle was stationed in Japan, they'd go and they'd get pedicures with leeches.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. No, you would not.
You get the leeches, and then you get the little guys that eat all the dead skin off your feet.
Now, that sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've, been in the water before and had fish coming up nibbling at my feet, and it tickles. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. But the leeches are good for pulling like toxins and stuff, I guess, out of your body.
Yes, and that's what they thought in the 1700s, too, that bleeding was a good thing. Sure, that's how you get the germs out. Stagnant water, yes. Anywhere there's stagnant water, you're going to be getting leeches. My dad, who was a notorious fisherman, he got a leech. He wore boots, long boots, mid-calf boots, all the time. And he was wading in the water with his boots on, and a leech got inside that.
Oof.
And actually attached itself to him, and he didn't see it until like the next day. It was in there, and the skin had swollen up around it. Ended up having to go to the doctor to have it excised.
Oh.
Yeah. Little bitty leech.
None for me, I'm driving.
These are very comforting topics, aren't they? Yeah, they're just...
Anyway.
Where's Gary Crow?
Gary!
I would really like to get something nailed down on this.
That was the one fish I was intrigued to see. That and the archer fish that shoot water at their prey. That's so cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, the teeth on a piranha are not pretty things.
I'm Googling it. Piranha.
Piranha teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're...
What? What?
And they're very, very sharp.
That does not even... Oh, dear me. That doesn't even look real.
Looks like they're wearing fake teeth. Because they're very visible. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Talking about your biggest animal fear.
From snakes to piranha.
623-1025 to call or text.
Here's Nate Smith.
On KIX 102.5. Okay, look at this guy. This should not be... Look at him. Look.
Yeah, that's
look.
a piranha.
What the heck?
Yeah. Yaga.
What?
They'll bite you.
What?
Is he brushing his teeth? What is
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
to
they're
it.
horrible looking.
Oh, my
Look
gosh.
how white. I wonder what he uses.
That's probably Colgate. It doesn't look real at all, though.
No, it's...
And they're giant nostrils. Ooh, I gotta close it. I gotta close it. Let's look up archer fish. Megan says they're cuter looking. Oh, they are cute. Okay. I like the archer fish. Look at him spitting. That's cool.
Lamprey. I hate lamprey.
Mm-hmm.
And they're an invasive fish in our rivers and streams.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scary looking.
They are. All those teeth. Ugh.
I remember my first alligator gar that I caught too. I almost let go of my rod back into the water, and my dad's like, "What are you doing?" And he grabs it, and I'm like, "I don't want that in the boat." What is it? It was huge. It was like over 3 foot long.
Oh.
And I mean, like this, and it was great big. And I thought I'd caught a walleye or a striper, a big striper or something. And when it came up and I pull it up near the boat where he could get the net on it, I let go of the rod. I'm like, it's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
They're horrific.
Bye, Kathy. Have a great day. We have a lot of fish that are just creepy
Nasty.
and ugly and...
Used to catch hog suckers. They're not scary, but they're weird looking.
When I was a kid, I had a fear of, javelinas? like the
That's random.
the hogs. So my grandparents, they
Why?
retired to Arizona, and
Yeah, they're desert pigs.
yes, and they're very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandparents had citrus trees in their backyard, and so sometimes the javelinas would go through their backyard and just terrorize them.
They had tusks,
Uh-huh.
and they could tear you up. They're a lot like a mini razorback is what
Yes.
they're like. Razorbacks are horrific. They will kill you.
So there was one summer that we were visiting grandma and grandpa, and there were javelinas in the neighborhood, and my grandparents would not let us go outside.
Yeah, I will
Absolutely
not. It's not time yet, Dorinda. Stop it. Bryson, I will not noodle. There's no way you couldn't get me to do that. No
3
way,
seconds.
no how. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we're talking about your biggest animal fear. For some reason, on the live video today, we've gotten off onto fish because apparently there are so many terrifying fish out there, from piranha to anglefish to alligator gars, all these things.
I don't think fish should have sharp teeth like a lot of those fish seem to have. Why is that a thing? Why do fish have teeth at all?
So they can bite you.
Exactly.
Sharks, you know
So they can
what?
tear your skin off? That's
What's
creepy.
happening in the water?
What is your biggest animal fear?
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Moths.
Moths?
Yep.
You're afraid of moths?
Why are you afraid of moths?
We're over here talking about terrific fish, and piranha and everything and sharks. And she says, moths.
I had a moth fly into my ear back in 2005 at the Bluegrass Festival.
Well, that's what you get for going to the Bluegrass Festival.
Well, I couldn't help it. I was just walking and it just went doop, right in my ear.
Everybody knows that banjo music causes moths to fly in your ears. Says so right here on the label.
So then how do you get a moth out of your ear?
Okay, this happened to me one time.
What? No way.
Yes, it
What?
did. I was taking a nap, and I had a little bitty moth fly down into my ear, and then it sat there and, and I began to freak out. I remember going to my mom and saying, I got a bug in my ear.
Right.
So she laid me down, took peroxide, poured in there. It drowned the bug. It floated to the top. She dabbed it out with toilet paper. Boom.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my mama.
That's
And
crazy.
We ate good that night.
What is your biggest animal fear?
Razorback.
Man, yeah.
Don't mess with the razorback and her babies.
No, no way.
Why are you going to mess with their babies?
Right.
Do you want to die?
These guys that go to Texas or southwestern Arkansas to hunt them,
Right.
They hunt them with a spear.
They're stupid.
Yeah, that's taking extreme sports a little too far.
From Arkansas, I went down there and went hunting with them, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm not doing this again. I took off running, so, yeah, I won't do that ever again.
So literally, this is the way it works. Okay, they'll use dogs or people to stir up and get the hogs riled up, and then they'll have a person sitting with a spear that they push it down into the ground, and they hold it there, and the hog will charge at them, and the goal is to impale them with that. Hopefully you hit it right, because otherwise you die.
Otherwise, they impale you, right?
No, they impale themselves on the spear.
Unless you don't aim it
Yes,
right, and then you're
impale
the one
you.
impaled.
What is your animal fear?
I hate swimming in creeks and lakes because I don't like the fish touching me.
Well, fish aren't going to hurt you.
Unless they're a barracuda or a piranha.
I don't care when one swims between your legs.
Whoa. That could be the most exciting part of your day. What is your biggest animal fear?
Spiders. Big, little, small, I don't care. I once stayed on top of a table all day because there was a spider in my house.
Yep, I'd be right there with you, sister, sitting right there on the table with you.
I remember when my older sister was pregnant with her first daughter, she used to go out and walk every afternoon, and I went walking with her one day, and I have never seen a big girl move as fast as she did when she saw a tarantula in the road. She burned rubber off her shoes breaking across the road.
Exactly. I can walk on water, let me tell you.
If we'd have been indoors, we would have had a new doorway. I mean, it was terrifying the speed she moved at.
What is your biggest animal fear?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. That girl could move. I was like, wow, there's no way I could have caught her.
Bryson says, this is a weird one, but I hate locusts.
Why? What's creepy about locusts? They look like big grasshoppers.
Maybe that's why.
Is it because the way that they, as a swarm, eat everything? That, to me, is very creepy. If you've ever been in a locust swarm, which I have once, they literally, it's this chewing sound that you hear. And it's
that's unsettling.
ongoing, yeah.
What's the difference between a locust and a grasshopper?
A locust is much larger than a grasshopper.
Are they related? Are they in the same
they're
genus?
all part of the same phylum genus thing.
Genus, yeah.
Or for the smart, Megan, I would say. Hog hunting ain't for the weak. It's not for the smart either.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
You got to go hunt a hog. There's that photo that circulated the internet, whether fake or not, of the giant hog that they killed in Texas. It weighed like 2,000 pounds.
No way.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, it's horrific. Here.
See, I don't mind the walking sticks. Praying mantises are
Yeah, they don't bug me.
interesting.
Yeah, here's the picture of it. Come here and look at this. And there's pictures of it all over.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh.
Could you imagine that chasing you through the woods?
Oh, no.
And it's a razorback. It's not a normal hog.
488 pounds. You're way off.
Yeah, that was not this one. This one.
Oh, those are different ones. Okay, I see it now.
They get that big. It's look how, I mean, that's a monster. Yeah.
That's going to bust down your door.
That's going to tear up your house. Yeah, it's
And make you the bacon.
And you know all of those have trichinosis.
I don't know what that means.
That's a parasitic. It's a parasite that's found in pork that will kill you.
Oh, gross. Did you notice that we're both wearing denim jackets today? I don't have mine on, but we
And
both have
green
the light
shirts.
denim. And green shirts. How do we keep doing this?
Mm.
I'm sitting on my
All part of the schedule. Yeah, they in Texas, very common. They have, in fact, the wild hog season goes year round because they are an invasive, destructive species. And feral hogs and wild hogs, they want you to kill them. So they actually promote the killing of them. The problem is a lot of guys will go out to these preserves saying they're hunting wild hogs and shoot deer out of season. Hi there, Morning Kicks. What is your biggest animal fear?
My biggest animal fear is being chased down by a gorilla.
Oh, like a silverback.
Yeah. Is there really a big threat of that here in the 4 states, though?
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. This is President Trump, and lots of animals come.
Oh, it is Trump. It is the best animals. The best animals of all. We have the best animals, don't we?
The biggest.
The biggest and the best.
The grandest animals, that, quite frankly, it's kind of scary.
Wow.
Imagine a silverback gorilla coming after you guys. Could you handle that?
I don't.
I don't think I could
couldn't
either.
sir. I could not handle that. And thank goodness your legislation that you have signed through is helping prevent silverback gorilla attacks all across America.
God bless you.
That's what I do. I make beautiful things happen. It's special, legislation to protect the
Okay.
public.
I don't, sir, we've got to get your phone number because this is one of the best conversations that I've ever had with a President Trump ever, and is really, really impressive.
Fantastic. You can call me anytime. I'm in Arizona. If you like my number, I can give it to you right now. I do call in on Wednesdays to radio stations.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, really?
So
Wait, are you the guy who just followed us on TikTok?
Who?
Yes, that's me.
Okay,
AZ Trump guy.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
who it is.
That's
and
so
he called
cool.
us. Dude,
Wow.
that's one of the best ones I've ever heard.
Yeah, you're really good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna put my email up in the chat,
Okay.
and I want you to send me an email so that we can keep in contact.
Would you please?
Absolutely.
We would
Well,
love
thank
to be
you.
able to use you for some stuff there. I just put it. Should show up here in just a second. Yeah, there it is. Send us an email because I'd like to keep in contact with you.
Absolutely, you guys. We'd love to call in and we have fun on the radio. Is what we do.
All right.
Awesome. Great talking with you, sir. Good luck with that whole Russian thing. Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Hail to the chief. Oh, was that not good?
That was really good.
He was amazing.
That was spot on. That was crazy.
He's the best Trump. I can't do it. But
I can't do it either, but he was nailing it.
Really, really good. So we used to have one of our services, they had a Trump impersonator.
Mm-hmm.
And he would do a weekly phone call with a script and everything. And he wasn't nearly as good as AZ Trump guy was.
Mm-hmm. There could be jungle cat in the bathroom after a rough night in Eureka.
What?
Be cautious. They don't like cinnamon.
What the heck are you talking about, Megan? You drug you.
There's jungle cats in the bathroom in Eureka.
I have no idea of what she's talking about. Dorinda, you need to use your ears more.
I feel like I'm missing out on part of this, whatever Megan's talking about. I'm missing something.
I mean, I've known there to be a few monsters in the bathroom after I'm in there, but they don't have a lot.
No jungle cats?
Nothing felinity.
You know, when he was talking about the silverback gorillas, have you ever watched The Flash, or are you familiar with DC Comics?
Yeah.
You know Grodd?
No.
Okay, never mind then. He's a telepathic silverback gorilla, and he's massive, and he lives in the sewers, and it's a whole thing.
I've watched documentaries on silverbacks, and when the male will do the thing where they run at, and you don't think something that big could move like that, but they do.
Yeah, he's a hyper-intelligent telepathic ape evolved from an alien encounter who seeks to rule on his powers like telekinesis and super strength.
So in other words, the really creative people were off that day when they came up with that character.
Oh, he's creepy. He's really creepy. Have you watched the Hangover movie? Oh. Okay, yeah. With the tiger.
Yeah.
The tiger in the bathroom in Vegas, yes.
Yeah. That was, I don't know that it was scary. I mean, it would be in a real situation, but I think shock would be more of what you deal with, What am I seeing right now? That would be so surreal.
You got to sing it the song of its people.
Sing what song?
The Joe Exotic I Saw a Tiger song.
I don't know the Joe Exotic I Saw a Tiger song. I mean, I've heard it. I don't know it, though.
Eureka Springs is a wildcat sanctuary. Oh, that's cool. I never knew that.
There are a number of those in Oklahoma. I mean,
Megan's actually been to the one
Joe
that
Exotics, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he recently got remarried and released another song, if I remember correctly.
Really? I thought his health was
his health is not great.
Suffering really, really bad. Carol Baskin had gotten in there, whacked him.
What a wild time that was.
Oh, wasn't it, though? It was such a good time. I mean, yes, COVID was going on. We couldn't have any interaction with one another. It's one of the wonderful parts of that time, I think. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Here's Luke Combs.
On KIX 102.5. But there was so much to watch on TV, and you had things like Tiger King, and it was crazy.
Man saw a tiger, and tiger saw a man.
Such a crazy story.
Killed her, husband whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. I mean, it's been how many years, and that song is burned into my brain. It's like, I'm never going to forget it at this point.
Had so many song parodies about Tiger King. So many.
Has there been a documentary that has just affected the world the way that one did since?
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I mean,
it was just a different level.
It was. Did a wonderful things for Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Fed him, the tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin. One of the investors of that Tiger King cat sanctuary just got arrested for drugs. Imagine that. Which one of the, was it the, what was his name? Jeff? There was the guy who always wore the affliction stuff. And
Yep.
had the younger wife and the nanny that he was cheating on her with. And
yeah, that was the richer guy, or supposedly he had another cat sanctuary out in Arizona, remember? And then he came in with Tiger King dude and took over, kind of.
Yeah.
And when the whole thing fell apart, he was right up in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was shifty.
He never financially.
That guy, he had buried a few bodies.
Oh, yeah. I know he got in trouble in Vegas a while ago for sneaking baby wildcats and stuff into places for people. Yeah. And then who was the guy, the polygamist, Doc? Something or other. He's been arrested since then. And but I hear that Joe's ex-husband is doing great. He used the money from the documentary to get all new teeth.
Nice. He needed them.
He got a new wife. They have a family now.
A wife?
He's clean. Jeff is on TikTok every now and then. Weirdo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff is a... Whew. Yeah. We're getting a lot of people voting for spiders and snakes for their biggest animal fear. Greg says, the old honey badger boy that ain't scared of nothing. He'll fight anything. So, yeah, stay away from the honey badgers.
Honey badgers are intense.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Got 24 seconds. Yeah, right here.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, a high near 73. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in about 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want us to play back for you.
And a reminder that we're also getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Hardy in concert June 4th at the Walmart Arkansas Music Pavilion.
And all you got to do to get entered to win is text the word tickets to 623-1025.
And we're going to find out who the winner of those tickets is at 9:20.
But we're talking about your biggest animal fear.
What is the animal that you are unreasonably afraid of?
Like snakes. Like I cannot even walk in the snake part of a zoo or a pet store or no. It just literally cannot happen. I cannot go to friends' houses that have pet snakes.
Yeah, I don't...
I can't even be in the same vicinity as them. It just does not work. It's like a hard no.
I don't think that's a fear. I think that's just common sense.
I mean, snakes can be a little bit scary. I get that, but I wouldn't mind a little spooky noodle.
Yeah, no thank you. No need for a spooky noodle at my house. Spooky noodles are dead noodles.
What is the biggest animal fear that you have?
We have ramen.
Okay, I came up on a wolf spider, and they carry the little babies on their back.
No!
And I stepped on it, and I didn't know that, and all the babies come running off, like thousands of them.
Yep.
And I went and ran for the vacuum cleaner and cleaned it up. It was so scary.
Yo, that just made my skin crawl.
I know, go get it. Here's the thing. You didn't get all those babies.
Oh, Randy.
Yeah, YouTube it. You won't believe it.
I don't want to YouTube it.
I'm not.
Do it, Jen. You heard the lady.
I can't. I don't want
YouTube it.
No.
Look it
was
up.
awful.
You've got to look
I'm
it up
not going to
now.
do it. No, you can't make me. I don't want to do it.
Facilitate our listeners' needs
What
and
is
wishes.
your biggest animal fear?
Frogs. I cannot stand frogs.
Frogs?
Yeah, what's your problem with frogs?
The way they feel, the way they move, I can't stand them.
It's not easy being green.
Poor Kermit doesn't deserve that hate.
Now we know what he's talking about. That's exactly the kind of thing that he's dealing with.
What is the animal that you're most afraid of?
Chickens.
What? Why are you afraid of chickens?
Do you scream when you're at KFC?
No, I just don't like the live ones.
Anything that has a round thing coming out its butt that you're supposed to eat, that's something weird about that whole concept.
I don't know if when I was real little we had chickens. I don't know if something happened then, but I am petrified, and my husband bought chickens.
When they creep into your room at night going, bark, bark, bark,
oh,
bark,
Randy.
bark, bark.
They'd be dead chickens.
Fried chicken for dinner.
You know what always confused me about the chicken?
What?
The thing on top of their head is called a...
Oh, I don't know.
It's called a comb.
Oh, it is?
Doesn't look anything like a comb. I mean, how do you comb your hair with a rubber fleshy thing that didn't...
You just don't know anything about it because you don't have any hair.
Whatever.
What is your biggest animal fear?
623-1025.
You can text or call or tell us on Facebook.
Anti-hairite.
It's the 4 states' number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay. Okay, wow.
Yo.
That's true.
Yeah, I noticed yesterday I was backing out of the driveway, and there was this huge wasp crawling across the rock front on the upper part above the doorway, my front door. And I'm like, I'm going to have to get the spray out. So right now, they weren't that bad this spring, seemed like. Wasps weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, they're doing winter nests. They're actually laying eggs and stuff. So there's a lot of wasp present, seems like. Hi there, Morning Kicks. What is your biggest animal fear?
My biggest animal fear would have to be mice.
Mice?
Are you afraid they're going to bite you or give you diseases or what?
Afraid they're going to run up your legs and get the cheese?
They're little creatures and they're super fast and they can run and jump on you. I had one jump on me once whenever I was like 2 and they terrify me.
So one morning we were in here in the studio and we are on the air talking and something moves out of the corner of my eye and it's a mouse running across. You know, we have treated walls in here. They are fabric walls and it was running across the wall.
Nope, I'm out.
They're terrifying.
Yeah.
Imagine that thing jumping on you at 12 years old.
Yeah, how exciting. Thanks for calling.
Have a good day.
So Saturday morning we were here getting ready for the Maple Leaf Parade and me and Chris were sitting in they have a couple of club chairs sitting in there that looks across the cubicle farm. And we're talking to each other about something. And I saw something. I'm looking over at him. And out of the corner of my eye, I think I see something. But at the same time, part of my mind thinks, no, you're just really tired and your eyes aren't completely focusing in well yet. You know, all of this. I definitely wasn't going to say anything because I could have been wrong. And he goes, did you see that too? And I said, I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, there was a mouse running across. I guess they caught him Sunday night or Monday.
Okay. Was he at the same desk that's been having issues with this?
I don't know which desk that is, so. No, we were looking down our aisle. So they put a trap out, and I guess the overnight guy said that he heard it wiggling, jumping around and everything, and they use sticky traps, which I want them dead. I like the old kind, you know, just get it over with.
Yeah. It's got to be more humane than a sticky trap, right? Because a sticky trap is just there until
they're tortured and fear and everything, and with the other, it's just like punk and it's done, you know. And wow, Bryson, a red hornet behind your ear. And red hornets, they look like wasps, but they're a little bigger and they're that mud clay color, that reddish orange color.
Yeah, Carol Baskins is the one in Florida. Did you get to see Carol?
I would have been very nervous.
She might whack you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was hoping Gary Crow would have been on by now.
Yeah, me too.
You think we ought to call him?
Maybe tomorrow.
Sure. So, we loaded up the freezer several days ago. Got, chicken, ground beef, hot dogs, the whole grocery shebang. And I get home yesterday, and there is water all over the kitchen floor. I'm like, what is going on? I thought maybe one of the dogs spilled their water bowls or something like that. I don't know. And I pull open the freezer to look for something to have for lunch, and I notice everything in the freezer is pretty well thawed at this point.
Oh, no.
And also, when I pulled open the door, there was no, of the suction releasing, And so I kind of pushed the door closed just to see if it would shut all the way. There was one, we have these, cups of chicken that Tyson makes. And there was one little cup that was sticking out over the edge and preventing it from closing all the way unless you pushed it. To the point where you couldn't really see that it wasn't shut.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't shut all the way. So our ice tray had totally melted and had just been pouring down, getting water all over the door.
Wow.
And the floor. And then everything that was in the freezer had pretty well thawed. So there went that 8-pound bag of chicken we had just bought. And the
Yeah, you can't
ground
refreeze
beef.
that.
And all the meat and stuff. So much for any of that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So that was great. So we got to go through that and figure out, okay, what's still good, what's not good, and is anything salvageable at this point?
So I can say this because she's at work, but my wife notoriously, she is the world's worst, and not just a refrigerator door, any door. She does not want to close. I don't know why. She'll push it part of the way, and then it's like she only commits to half of the process. So cabinet doors, I'm constantly going behind her doing this, closing her drawers.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy being a little OCD. But the refrigerator, she's bad about this. And our refrigerator, I forget why we had to do this, but when we first got it, I had to take the door off and put in bushings on the hinges to make it close properly.
Oh, okay. I feel like it just ought to work. You shouldn't have to finagle with it.
I forget why I had to do that. But anyway, you have to intentionally push it shut. So if you just kind of halfway do it, it will not shut. And it's just a habit we're supposed to be in, but she doesn't always. Luckily, I get a notification on my phone if the refrigerator door is left open, and it'll actually sound a little chime alarm if you're in the house that the door is open.
That would have been nice to have.
Yeah.
Because no one in my house, according to, hold on.
Yeah, nobody did that. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Here's Max McNown.
On KIX 102.5. McNown or McKnown?
Oh, I was saying McNown. I don't know.
I've heard McKnown.
Okay. But yeah, according to everybody in my house, no one was in the freezer that morning. And if that's true, that means the freezer door was left open the entire night.
Probably was if your ice and everything had melted. I mean, with just that little bit of air getting in, it probably took quite a while for that to happen.
Yep. So all night, all day up until yesterday afternoon.
Our freezer out in the garage has a obnoxious alarm on it if it's left open. It's stupid loud. And it has still been left open before.
Yeah. So I was really worried at first. I was like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me that our fridge just
bit it. That's your first thought.
Yes. So luckily it all works, but it works better if you close the door. Our TV did die.
What the heck?
I don't know.
How did it die?
So we have when Kyle was in California, he bought a big 55, 60 inch screen TV. And so it's 10 years old at this point, mind you, it's fairly old, but he left Bob Ross on for the dogs to watch. And when he got back, Bob Ross, you could hear him talking and explaining the painting, but there was nothing on the screen. The little bulb picture thing has gone out. We've unplugged it, plugged in different devices to it. We've plugged it in different outlets.
Wow.
And you can hear everything. You just can't see anything anymore.
So it's burned out the LEDs or if it is is it an LED television or is it a,
I'm pretty sure it's LED.
what's the other kind? The crystal?
No, it's
LCD.
not. No. I'm pretty sure it's LED.
LCD, LED.
So I was like, cool. So the fridge is going to die and the TV died and got 1 minute.
Well, luckily, I guess, if there is anything you could take from this, is that televisions are very affordable relatively right now.
And Black Friday's right around the corner.
More so than they've ever been.
And we've got like a, 36-inch. Like, we're not without a TV, and we don't have to have a TV. We don't really watch TV. I watch movies for Jen's Movie Rehab, and y'all know that that's about the extent of my movie watching. All right, 30 seconds. $17 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today with a high near 73. It's 41 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website to get signed up. Or no, don't. I'm thinking about Hardy tickets.
Yep.
But make sure to go make your picks so we can play the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But while she's talking about Hardy tickets, we are getting you signed up for those too.
All you got to do is text the word tickets to 417-623-1025 to get entered to win to go see him at the Walmart Amp next June.
So we're talking today, though, about the animal that you are most fearful of.
623-1025 to call or text and tell us what animal is scariest to you.
Snakes, man. Can't stand snakes. The only good one is a dead one.
That's absolutely right. I'm not afraid of them. I'll pick them up as long as I can kill them while I'm holding them. That's fine.
Oh, I'm not even picking them up.
Nope.
I'll twist their heads off if I have no other way to get rid of them.
Funny story. One time I was sitting in my recliner taking a nap, and we have 3 little fur babies at home. One of them jumped up on my chair, was trying to wake me up, and I thought, what is going on? And I opened my eyes, and he was holding a dead snake.
Nope.
In my lap.
Nope.
And he had drugged that thing through the doggy door and in my lap while I'm sleeping.
Give that dog a steak for dinner tonight.
Right?
Look what I found. Look what I found.
What is your biggest animal fear?
All right. First off, before I go into the full story, my adopted mother owns about 7 or 8 monkeys.
Monkeys?
Monkeys?
Yes.
7 or 8 monkeys?
Yes. Now, with the story, I am definitely afraid of gorillas.
Right.
And you would think I'd be afraid of the monkeys, but I'm not. I will pet them. I will hold them. I will feed them. I don't care. But gorillas, nope.
Well,
I was about 4 or 5 and at the Omaha Zoo up in Nebraska, and I was playing with a little baby monkey, and my Girl Scout troop just left me in the gorilla cage and say, hey, we're leaving. Up and just left me. And I was like, just playing, and the next thing I know, the mama gorilla got all hateful and jumped, and I thought the glass was going to break.
You've got traumatic monkey scars.
That's what they're called.
Yes, I had nightmares.
PTMD.
What is the animal that you're most afraid of?
I am deathly scared of alligators.
Alligators. Yeah, that makes sense.
Have you seen how many teeth they have? That is scary.
Yeah.
You do know that alligators cry false tears, right?
I do.
And if you see one in the 4 states, well, the chances of that happening are probably slim to none.
What is your biggest animal fear?
Well, not me, but my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's terrified of cockroaches.
Cockroaches?
Ew, yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, but I don't like them either.
It's kind of like me with snakes. I don't like them. It's not that I'm afraid of them. I want them dead.
That's my mom, too.
Yeah.
She hates them.
Tell us your biggest animal fear on Facebook, or you can text us at 623-1025.
Morning KIX Takeover, just 3 minutes away.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. All right, so tomorrow, Secret Sound again at 7:20. Jackpot should be over $400 by then.
Climbing fast. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it is.
take it long when we're doing this twice a day thing. It happens really, really fast.
And then more Hardy tickets up for grabs tomorrow as well.
So what else what are we talking about? Hopefully.
Honest spook tour ideas. Hopefully we'll have something nailed down.
Yeah.
Some good news for you.
Maybe we could talk about the fact that we're not having a lot of luck. Maybe talk about how hateful some people have been on air. I don't know. But we definitely will be talking about the struggle that this year is being.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
Say we're really, really needing some ideas. Maybe somebody could come forward with some opportunities. Well, I'm looking forward to talking about the Rose House in Baxter Springs, and maybe someone will get in touch with us.
That would be great.
Yeah. That, because Lisa's contact is no longer a thing, and she cannot track down a contact. And apparently it's closed, no longer open, and I don't know if there's any way we could get into that. When it was open, when it was being run as a bed and breakfast, they would have opened it up to us, let everybody go through, and we could have seen the museum and everything. But so have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody.
Bye.